Now on CoastTV News.
Mild and muggy start to our Memorial Day, and a little stormy as well. Nothing severe this morning, but later today a different story. It's a first alert day for the potential of severe weather. I'll have the timing and impacts coming up next.
Remembrance as well as a day of travel for many. We're looking at the history of Memorial Day as well as road conditions for holiday travelers. 2 people are recovering after a plane crashed near Salisbury, what we know this morning. And a storm that's already killed at least 18 people could hit 120 million people in the U.S. today. Who these storms are impacting and if we could see the impacts here on Delmarva.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It's Monday, May 27th, 2024. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. As you know, it's a very important day across our country. We are remembering everyone who has served this Memorial Day. So if you're off, if you're working, if you're planning on enjoying the day, well, you deserve it. But we are going to see if any celebrations or outdoor activities will be impacted by this weather. So a little spoiler alert. I already talked to Bob this morning. Afternoon plans may see a change. So let's bring in Bob right now. What's the latest we're looking at, Bob?
Hey, good morning, Paige. Good morning, everybody. It is a day of remembrance on this Memorial Day, and folks out and about and recreating as well. Now, we have some storms this morning, but this is not the main event. These storms not severe. They've been coming through Georgetown. We've heard them here in Milton and Lewis as well. And now you're getting the lightning and some of those storms in Dewey Beach as well. But that will move offshore, and then we get a break. I think we'll get some breaks in the overcast and from the storms for a little while as we're watching the main event now across the Ohio Valley. And with the heating of the day, that could bring severe weather later on. But this morning, it's mild and muggy temperatures in the 60s and low 70s, and we've got a southerly breeze. So we'll walk you through it on Futurecast. So one round of showers and storms this morning, then we get a break, and then the atmosphere kind of gets charged up. It gets warm and muggy. By noon, we're in the low to mid 80s. By 1 o'clock, mid 80s. And if we do see that sunshine this afternoon at 3 o'clock, that's not necessarily a good thing because it gets very warm inland and muggy, and that could, stoke severe weather later on. Here's 4 o'clock, seeing some of these strong storms beginning to move in, maybe severe weather, torrential rain, small hail, gusty winds, and maybe an isolated tornado. So you have to be extra vigilant this afternoon as you're out and about on this Memorial Day, and watch out for that threat of severe weather. UV index today brought to us by Ocean City is a 7. It's high. Be careful out there. Burn time is only 20 minutes, and we get into the very high range for the rest of the week. That means you need the higher SPF at least 30, and then midday shade, limited time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon.
And as Bob said, today is the first alert weather day. People all across our country are experiencing bad weather, like what's expected later for Delmarva. At least 18 people are dead. More than 100 are injured from severe weather over the weekend. Now the storm system's creating a dangerous holiday for millions of people. As Amy Kiley shows us, forecasters say it could hit more than 20 states just today.
The storm system responsible for a number of deaths over the weekend is putting more than 120 million people at risk of severe weather today. That could make Memorial Day perilous for people trying to get home and for others not going anywhere.
All I could say through the whole thing is I'm glad that we're alive.
The National Weather Service says it issued a rare kind of tornado watch last night for parts of Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, and Tennessee. It indicates high confidence of at least EF2 strength and long-lived tornadoes.
We have been blessed with an outpour of people stopping by, calling and texting, and all the help we can get.
The fatalities are largely from storms that hit Arkansas and Texas between Saturday night and yesterday morning. A 2-year-old and 3 other juveniles are dead in the Lone Star State.
Texans across the state are saddened by the tragic loss of life.
Officials also report more than 100 weather-related injuries in Texas.
You see videos about tornadoes. You see people retelling them, just like how, I'm retelling them now, but it's really one of those things you never expect and until it actually happens.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
We're now going to take a look at the Bay Bridge, see what's going on there this morning. We've been checking in about every half hour or so. Of course, more cars this time in the morning as people head home to work. Maybe they're just now leaving for vacation. Who knows what they're doing? But as most people return from their Memorial Day celebrations, you don't want to get caught up in that traffic. So we're going to try to help you plan accordingly. According to AAA, the best time for you to drive is going to be after 7 p.m. today. The worst time to drive will be between 3 and 7. Memorial Day is, of course, meant to honor those who gave their lives in service of our country. So today you may be seeing more poppies. That flower is a symbol of remembrance. It's also making up a wall of honor in D.C. that we're showing you. It's designed to remind people of the sacrifice of fallen service members. More than 600,000 poppies will fill just one side of the 133-foot-long wall at the base of the Lincoln Memorial. Each flower represents a service member who was killed in the line of duty since World War I. We're going to hear now what Delaware Senator Tom Carper has to say about what Memorial Day means to him.
For our family, Memorial Day is not just a day to have a picnic and go to the beach and have fun. It's a day to remember those who have put everything on the line and sacrifice for our country. And that's what I think about as this Memorial. And think not just those who have served, but those who are serving today all over the world. God bless them.
And later on in CoastTV News today, we're going to show you some different activities in our area to honor our heroes. Well, on Sunday, veterans and community members spent part of their day remembering, of course, why we have this holiday weekend to honor the fallen. The Georgetown Kiwanis Club and the Korean War Veterans Association held their annual Memorial Day ceremony at the Georgetown Circle. There was music and a hometown hero's speech from a local veteran whose brother was killed in action. With assistance from the Boy Scouts, wreaths were laid by various veteran organizations and community groups, all in honor of local men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice. This morning, 2 people are recovering after a small plane crashed near Salisbury. This was Sunday afternoon. It sent both of them to the hospital. We're going to show you some video of the crash site. According to troopers, the single-engine plane crashed into a field near Log Cabin Road and West Road. And according to state police, 2 people, a man and a woman, were on board that plane when it went down. The man who was the pilot of the plane was taken by helicopter to shock trauma in Baltimore. The woman was taken by ambulance to Tidal Health Peninsula Regional in Salisbury for treatment of her injuries. CoastTV also learned from the Salisbury Fire Department that there was a minor fuel leak coming from that plane. That was quickly cleaned up. The National Transportation and Safety Board is now leading this investigation. This morning, police are investigating an accident where a 25-year-old Laurel man crashed into his own house. According to police, the accident happened around 3:50 Saturday on the 100 block of West Street in Laurel. Police say that the driver, Otis Flurgam, was leaving a residential driveway, and for unknown reasons that are still unclear, he hit the gas as he was still turning out. That's when he lost control of the car, went off the road, plowed through 2 fences, and hit his 6-year-old son, and then hit his own house. Police say there were no signs of impairment. The boy was taken to a hospital with a leg injury, and according to investigators, he was released after being treated. Well, for the first time since the Key Bridge collapse, cruise ships can now come and go from the Port of Baltimore. According to the port, the Royal Caribbean cruise ship was the latest to head to a 5-night voyage to Bermuda. The port proclaimed on social media, quote, "Baltimore is back." Well, we're just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News Today. Still more to get to coming up. Today marks the unofficial start of summer, so we're going to show you events you can look forward to on Delmarva to make the most of the season. And a new bill in Delaware aims to fend off fraud. We're telling you who would be required to show disclaimers before any sales. And Google giving its new AI search tool another look after the company says the tool gave some users the wrong answers. We'll tell you what the company says the tool is meant to do. That and more when CoastTV News Today continues.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
On the next Tamron Hall, Little Dreamers Big Dreams is back. This time an exclusive performance, Van Van with her music partner Eris, plus the dancer known as Boss Baby Brody. Next Tamron Hall.
Monday at 3 on Coast TV.
6:11 on this mild and muggy Monday morning, Memorial Day. Bay Health Cam 69 in Milford right now. You're dry, and the last of the thunderstorms are now moving off the coast. Near Lewis, you see the lightning bolts, but they're diminishing pretty quickly, and it's moving into Delaware Bay. Otherwise, we're drying out, so we do have a dry period, mild and muggy, before the stronger system to our west brings a threat for severe weather later on. So if you're on the golf course, cooking out, what have you for this Memorial Day, be careful out there. Keep an eye to the sky later for the threat for severe weather with scattered showers and storms and around 84.
All right, Bob, thank you. It is that time of year. People will start flocking more to the beach. So DenRec is reminding you that Delaware has some specific rules when it comes to jet skis. Don't forget, you must be at least 14 to operate one. Teens must take a boater safety course and show proof if you're asked. 14 and 15-year-olds require an adult on board, and life jackets are always mandatory. Some traffic news for you now. A closure hitting Bethany Beach this Memorial Day. DelDOT will be installing a crosswalk along Coastal Highway and Ashwood Street. So prepare for some alternate routes as this project is expected to last until the end of July. And heads up, people who drive on at Cape Henlopen State Park, you're going to have one less option this Memorial Day. So a reminder, the state park says Navy Crossing will be closed as the beach is just too narrow. You will be able to walk on though. Google is walking back some factually incorrect search results. This comes just days after launching its new artificial intelligence search tool. The tool summarizes search results so that you don't have to click through multiple links to get to your answers quickly. But this week, the feature came under some fire after it provided false or misleading information to some of the questions. A spokesperson says the vast majority of AI overviews provide high-quality information with links to dig deeper on the web. Last week, we reported that Target was slashing some prices on certain items, and some good news for shoppers. It's now Amazon's turn. Online grocery delivery service Amazon Fresh said it'll be cutting its prices on 4,000 grocery items. U.S. shoppers will reportedly see daily discounts of up to 30% on items in store and online. This includes meat, seafood, frozen food, dairy, and beverages that you will see price cuts. You could even save more. That's if you're an Amazon Prime member. The retailer is offering an extra 10% for you off certain items. Capital One and Walmart are calling it quits. Both companies announced the deal that made Capital One the exclusive issuer of Walmart consumer credit cards has ended. Despite their divorce, nothing changes for customers who can still use the cards to earn and redeem rewards. The rewards that were already accrued are still valid. Capital One is retaining ownership of those accounts. Walmart says it'll give more information to its cardholders over the next few months. Still ahead this morning, Delaware legislators aiming to fend off fraud. We'll tell you how a new bill could make sellers show a disclaimer for certain items.
We're seeing a wet boardwalk in Rehoboth this morning as you have showers and storms in the vicinity, but they're moving offshore. Otherwise, we're looking at a quiet part of our Memorial Day, but could get severe weather later today. It's a first alert day. I'll break down the threat and the timing of the storms coming up next.
Remembering our fallen heroes this Memorial Day weekend. What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount, so it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
Stanley Steamer, it's your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
On your Monday morning as we take a live look right now at Milford. See what's going on in Milford there. Cloudy as expected, Bob. Doesn't look like any rain falling right now, though.
No, and the storms that we have had this morning, Paige, are starting to move offshore. It's the storms this afternoon that we're concerned about. That's why you need to scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Important tool to have this afternoon and this evening as we are watching for storms. It is a first alert weather day, and we do have that threat for severe weather. It's a level 2. It's a slight risk of severe weather. You can see all of Delmarva shaded in the yellow. So that's for this afternoon and this evening. Now, as far as what we could see, well, there is always a chance of severe weather that we could see a tornado. It's a low chance, but not a zero chance. Heavy rain, could see a moderate risk of heavy rain, maybe some flooding in poor drainage areas, and wind damage risk is moderate. So we have a lot of folks out and about today cooking out, just being outdoors in general. So if you have the grill outside, the umbrella, the lawn furniture, well, you're going to have to bring it in probably later on today with very strong winds possible, or make sure it's fastened down with winds maybe over 50 miles per hour and certainly a chance of large hail as well. Now, we have had a few storms this morning, but they're weakening and starting to move away. You can see one now northeast of Lewis, and that is moving away. Otherwise, we're quiet, just mild and muggy across Delmarva. It's farther back to the west. We have this strong cold front making its way through the Ohio Valley, and that moves in later today. Out the door, 60s and 70s, and we've got a muggy southerly breeze as well. Let's walk you through it on Futurecast this morning. I think we're mostly cloudy and mainly dry, maybe a stray shower. Temperatures quickly warming into the 80s with a strong southerly wind, and if we do get a break of sunshine, that's not good, because then we get into the mid to upper 80s and we really charge up that atmosphere and fire up these storms that I think move in after about 3 o'clock with heavy rain, maybe some hail, very gusty winds, and that low chance of a tornado. And then this activity moves offshore after about 6 o'clock. So then by 7:30, we should be okay. Temperatures in the 70s. We're drying out. We're mainly clear through the overnight hours. And by tomorrow morning, we're in the 60s and low 70s. And then by late tomorrow morning, lots of sunshine, a much different day. A beautiful day, in fact, for your Tuesday, with highs in the low to mid 80s, and the humidity will be much lower. As far as rain to come, maybe about a half inch to about an inch. Really depends on where those heavier thunderstorms line up. And here's your muggy meter. It's very humid today, but we start getting relief. We start getting into the comfortable range Tuesday and Wednesday. Then it really dries out nicely by the end of the week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Stormy later today. If thunder roars, go indoors. Watch that sky. Tuesday, 83 sunshine, and then a few showers Wednesday with another front, 79, and then we're into the middle 70s for highs. Thursday, even lower 70s. Friday, look at those overnight lows dipping into the low 50s by the weekend. And for for the weekend itself, fingers crossed, looking pretty good. Mostly sunny Saturday, 76, dry and upper 70s on Sunday.
Keeping the fingers crossed for that weekend, Bob. Thank you. As we celebrate Memorial Day and remember those who have served, a new bill is aiming to create the Delaware Department of Veterans Affairs. According to Delaware House Republicans, currently, Delaware has a commission on Veterans Affairs. It's a 15-member volunteer group. But a new department would create a cabinet-level position with more access and influence. According to Oak Orchard Representative Jeff Hilofsky in Delaware, only 22% of veterans receive some disability payment compared to 30% nationally. Hilofsky says the new department could better help ensure all eligible veterans get their deserved funding. Another new Delaware bill would require anywhere that sells a third-party gift card to display a notice of scams. According to lawmakers, con artists are pretending to be government agencies, and they're often pressuring senior citizens into sending payments via gift cards. A release states more than 6,000 Delawareans were victims of this, half lost over $700. The Delaware AARP director now says Delaware is 4th in the nation for overall fraud reports. And not just fraud reports, scam alerts. We're talking today too. Seaford police say that some people are receiving phone calls and the callers claiming to be a deputy. They're saying that there's an arrest warrant for you for failing to appear for jury duty. Then the caller demands money. But Seaford police is saying none of this is true. Police will never call requesting any payment. Still more to come this morning. Ocean City lifeguards are back on the beach. We'll tell you when you can catch them on duty this summer.
Delmarva's biggest events returning to the water and the sky. Coming up, I'll show you the coolest things to do this summer.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Discover the lodges of coastal Delaware, featuring 2 exceptional communities with one goal: life your way. The life at the Lodge at Truett Homestead is like being on vacation every day, featuring worry-free independent living and unparalleled amenities with the convenience of a monthly rental community. Moving right down the road, experience refreshing coastal living at the Lodge at Historic Lewis, offering independent living, assisted living, and our Compass Memory Care program. Engage in vibrant activities, build lasting connections, and savor each moment. Visit our website or call today to learn how to make the Lodge lifestyle yours.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
America's favorite car show makes its Dover debut with cool cars, cool people, and good time. It's the first ever Good Guys First Grundy Insurance Mid-Atlantic National, and it's all happening June 7th through the 9th at Dover Motor Speedway. Check out over 2,000 of the Northeast's baddest classics on display. And don't miss Good Guys CPP Autocross racing action, a tire smoke and burnout competition, Nitro Thunderfest, a huge swap meet and vendor midway, live music, and so much more. And it's all going down June 7th through the 9th at Dover Motor Speedway. Get details at good-guys.com.
The Ocean City Beach Patrol is back. Lifeguards will be on duty from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. every day this summer. Looking forward to that. Now, you know who's not allowed on the beach sometimes is your dog. So here's some rules for dogs at different beach towns in Dewey Beach from now through Labor Day. Dogs are allowed on Dewey beaches before 9:30 a.m. and after 5:30, but they must have a town license and they can only be off leash if they respond to commands. In Lewis, dogs can be on the beach on a leash before 8 a.m. and after 6:30 p.m. Now in Rehoboth Beach, Bethany, South Bethany, Fenwick, and Ocean City, dogs are not allowed at all on the beach until this fall. Then in state parks, dogs are not allowed on pedestrian beaches, but they are allowed on surf fishing beaches. At Broadkill and Slaughter, dogs are allowed anytime. All right, well, it is now 6:24. Bob, let's take another look at the forecast real quick, see what's going on, because I don't think it's a great day to take your dog to the beach today.
Well, sometimes the dogs, I think, like the cloud cover because the sand's not as hot.
True.
but once that sun comes out, look out, it's going to get hot. Assateague and Chincoteague, the sun does start to come out through the morning into the early afternoon, but then that heats the atmosphere, and we see the storms later this afternoon and this evening. Some of those could be severe, as we've been talking about. And farther up the coast into areas around Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're looking at a mix of sun and clouds, and then storms into the afternoon with highs into the 70s. On the Bayside, Cambridge today, watch out for storms, 84. Dry tomorrow, a few more showers Wednesday near 80, and then Crisfield, lower 80s with storms today, dry Tuesday, and mid-70s showers Wednesday, and then a big cool down and much, much drier through the end of the week. It's just these storms that we have to deal with. I'll have much more on today's First Alert Weather Day coming up.
A whole lineup of summer events is awaiting for you over the next 3 months. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us the coolest events to mark down on your summer calendar.
Memorial Day is the start of the summer season on Delmarva, and there's decades-old classic events coming back. Maybe the best year yet. Giddy up! In late July, the 99th annual Pony Swim happens again in Chincoteague. On July 24th, saltwater cowboys gather the wild ponies and foals across the channel. The day after, ponies are auctioned off to control the herd population and raise money for the volunteer firefighters who care for the animals throughout the year. July is full of fireworks with shows taking place down the coast. The city of Rehoboth Beach is set to put the ooh and ah this year with a fireworks display. It will launch around 9:30 p.m. Saturday, July 6th. The display is visible along Rehoboth's Mile Plus Beach and Boardwalk. What is billed as the world's largest and richest billfish tournament happens again August 5th through the 9th in Ocean City. 400 boats participated last year with over $10.5 million in prize money. The Ocean City Air Show zooms back onto the coast. August 24th and 25th, there will be fighter jets, cargo demos, and even an Italian Air Force display in the U.S. for the first time in over 30 years. Dewey Beach becomes Pamplona, Spain on June 24th. For 25 years, the Starboard has hosted Running of the Bull. People pack the streets with a celebrity matador to raise money for the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company. Some of these events are free, some have special tickets. We have the details on CoastTV.com.
With this open floor plan, I can really stretch my hamstrings. Feel the burn, Hammy. I could really go for a snack right now. No! Keep exploring. One small step for man, one giant roll for Hammy. So many bedrooms. Never skip leg day. With all this room to run, I feel like the belle of the ball. Hammy is on a roll. Summer body, here I come.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
At FH Fur, we know that a dripping faucet isn't just a nuisance. It's your home crying for help. That's why we say no to dispatch fees and goodbye to diagnostic charges. With our Get a Plumber in Your Home for Free promise, we focus on what really matters, solving your plumbing woes. Whether it's a stubborn clog, a running toilet, or a water heater on the fritz, we bring knowledge, experience, and professionalism right to your doorstep, free.
Call Fur. FH Fur. FHFur.com.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's a mild and muggy start to our Memorial Day. We've seen a few storms this morning now exiting the area, but it could become really stormy later today. It is a first alert weather day for the potential of severe weather. I'll have the timing and impacts coming up next.
busy travel day, especially to and from Delmarva. We're taking a look at road conditions to help you plan your day. As we remember and honor all those who have served, President Biden calling for a day of prayer when you're asked to participate with the rest of the country. And seeing some progress from the Port of Baltimore, the big milestone since the deadly bridge collapse.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It's 6:30 on this Memorial Day. Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, we are going to take another look at your forecast because we are following a day that really has ups and downs and ups and downs. Hard to keep track of. The good news is we're keeping track of it for you. Well, Bob is. So we're going to bring in Bob right now. Bob, what are we looking at right now this morning?
Right now, Paige, we are looking at storms that are moving offshore. We've seen one round of those already. And right now, it's just cloudy, mostly cloudy behind these storms. We've seen them come through the Milton area and Lewis, and now they're offshore, moving into Delaware Bay and weakening. Otherwise, mainly quiet across Delmarva, just mostly cloudy and muggy. We are watching a stronger front to the west with showers and storms across the Ohio Valley. That will be moving in later today, possibly with severe implications. We're looking at 60s and low 70s out the door this morning and a weak southerly breeze, and it is mild and muggy out there. Here's Futurecast, 7 a.m. We'll call it mostly cloudy, 60s and 70s. We're rising through the 70s as we go through this morning. And then by 11:30, we're into the low to mid 80s. So we'll be mild and muggy. If you do have that cookout or if you're going to any kind of remembrances late this morning and early afternoon, I think we're okay. We start getting into more sunshine by 3 o'clock, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Mid to upper 80s, energizing the atmosphere for showers and storms that I think come in after about 3 o'clock. And they will pack a punch with torrential rain, hail, maybe some tornadoes, and very damaging winds are possible. So make sure you have a plan B as we go through the afternoon and this evening, as it will be quite stormy at that time. Here's your Memorial Day forecast. Of course, remembering the fallen, 72 at 8. By noon, some showers 79, and that severe potential by 4 and 81 degrees.
All right, Bob, thank you. And as Bob just said, today is a first alert weather day. People across the country are experiencing bad weather, kind of like what we're expecting later on Delmarva. But in more severe cases, at least 18 people are dead. More than 100 are injured from severe weather over the weekend. That storm system is now creating a dangerous holiday for millions of people. As Amy Kiley shows us, forecasters say this could hit more than 20 states today.
The storm system responsible for a number of deaths over the weekend is putting more than 120 million people at risk of severe weather today. That could make Memorial Day perilous for people trying to get home and for others not going anywhere.
All I could say through the whole thing is I'm glad that we're alive.
The National Weather Service says it issued a rare kind of tornado watch last night for parts of Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, and Tennessee. It indicates high confidence of at least EF2 strength and long-lived tornadoes.
We have been blessed with an outpour of people stopping by, calling and texting, and all the help we can get.
The fatalities are largely from storms that hit Arkansas and Texas between Saturday night and yesterday morning. A 2-year-old and 3 other juveniles are dead in the Lone Star State.
Texans across the state are saddened by the tragic loss of life.
Officials also report more than 100 weather-related injuries in Texas.
You see videos about tornadoes. You see people retelling them, just like how, I'm retelling them now, but it's really one of those things you never expect and, until it actually happens.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
We're going to take a look now at what's going on the Bay Bridge this morning. Been checking in every half hour or so. Not too many people on the bridge right now. Maybe a good time to get moving if you're traveling. Many people, of course, today will be crossing this bridge as they return home from Memorial Day celebrations. To avoid some traffic, we've been trying to help you plan accordingly, so heads up for you. AAA says the best time to drive is going to be after 7 p.m. this evening. The worst times will be between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Today, of course, more than just cookouts and going to the beach. It's a day to honor those who have served and lost their lives for our country. On Delmarva, there are a lot of ways to pay tribute, and Coast TV's Mallory Metzner is going to show us how you can do just that.
This weekend, Delmarva is bursting with opportunities to honor our heroes and make unforgettable memories with family and friends. From parades and ceremonies to outdoor adventures and local festivals, there's something special for everyone. Pirates and mermaids are taking over the Bethany Beach Boardwalk to kick off the summer season. The 9th annual Poseidon Festival is back with events at the Bandstand and Nature Center. The festivities wrap up on Memorial Day with a service at the Bandstand. On Monday, the ceremony at the Waikamica War Veterans Memorial includes the ringing of the Red Knights Memorial Bell, branch players, a volley of arms, and the names of fallen veterans will be read. In Ocean Pines, there will be a ceremony at the Worcester County Veterans Memorial with music and demonstrations. In Berlin, watch as American Legions, public figures, dancers, and businesses parade from Stephen Decatur Middle School to Henry Park on Flower Street. Afterwards, stop by Henry Park for a basketball tournament, food vendors, and music. More ceremonies can be found at the Ellendale War Memorial. On Monday, the Coast Guard will lay a wreath in the water on the 16th Street to memorialize those who gave their lives at sea, and a ceremony will be held at Post 166 on Philadelphia Avenue. For a complete list of everyone participating and performing at these events, just head over to CoastTV.com and click on this week's Cool Things to Do article.
And today, President Biden will attend a number of events to honor service members. According to the White House, he will first host a breakfast in honor of the holiday. After that, he'll go to Virginia to participate in the wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. That's before heading back to the White House, where he will give the memorial address at the 156th National Memorial Day observance in the Memorial Amphitheater. President Biden also has proclaimed Memorial Day as a day of prayer for permanent peace. At 11 a.m., the proclamation asks people to collectively unite in prayer and reflection. Flags will be flown half-staff until noon. Memorial Day also a big day for travel. As we know, the TSA set a new record Friday for the most travelers screened in a single day. According to a social media post, the agency screened over 2.9 million people at checkpoints nationwide. That surpassed the previous record from November 26th of last year. That, of course, was over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. The agency also noted 5 of the top 10 busiest travel days in history have happened this year. For the first time since the Key Bridge collapse, cruise ships can now come and go from the port of Baltimore. According to the port, this Royal Caribbean cruise ship headed to a 5-night voyage to Bermuda. And the port proclaimed on social media, quote, "Baltimore is back." So a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Coming up this morning, the search is on by the Ocean City Police for these people on your screen. We'll tell you how much money was not left on their table after a suspected dine and dash. And bad weather delayed the Indy 500 race. We're going to tell you who ended up speeding to the finish line despite that wild weather. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Lowe's knows there's nothing like the thrill of finding the best deal. That's why we've got Doorbusters this Memorial Day, happening now while supplies last. Shop Memorial Day Doorbusters before they're gone.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865 or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
On the next Tamron Hall, Little Dreamers Big Dreams is back. This time an exclusive performance, Van with her music partner Eris. Plus, the dancer known as Boss Baby Brody. Next Tamron Hall.
Monday at 3 on Coast TV.
6:39 on our Monday morning, Memorial Day. The storms we had earlier now gone and seeing partly cloudy skies. A little bit of sun in Laurel right now, 69. It is mild and muggy, and the storms we had earlier quickly moving away. So now it's just mostly cloudy, and I think it probably will stay dry for a few hours. So you're good with your outdoor activities, I think, through late morning. And then we're watching this strong cold front back to the west. That will bring us stormy weather this afternoon. Out the door, mild and muggy, 68 Salisbury, 70 in Millsboro and Milton, and 69 in Redden right now. If you're headed to the golf course or maybe cooking out any outdoor activities, keep an eye to the sky this afternoon. Be vigilant. Have the Coast TV weather app. We're looking at scattered showers and storms. Some of those could be severe. Also, call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. I just updated it. It's 443-880-9100. That's the phone number. Sponsored by Bear, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Police want your help catching dine and dashers. Police say they're looking for who you see on your screen. They ate at a local OC restaurant near 49th Street and Coastal Highway and then walked out without paying their $81 tab. So contact Ocean City Police if you have any information on who these people are or that car you see on your screen. Holiday weekends can be a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of drinking and driving that can happen. One man now facing charges after Delaware State Police say they arrested 40-year-old Antonio Mancilla Pertuz of Millsboro. This was his 5th DUI. He was taken to Troop 4, charged with the 5th offense DUI. That's a felony. He was arraigned and committed to Sussex Correctional Institution on over $6,000 cash bond. The sports world stunned after the family of one of the world's best golfers shared that he died by suicide at the age of 30. Grayson Murray's parents calling this loss a nightmare. Aaron McLaughlin shows us the love he received and how fans and family will miss him.
Hearts go out to Grayson's family.
At the Charles Schwab Challenge in Texas, players wearing red and black ribbons in honor of golfer Grayson Murray. Hours after his family revealed in a statement, the two-time PGA Tour winner took his own life. Writing, "We have so many questions that have no answers, but one, was Grayson loved? The answer is yes. He was loved and he will be missed." On Friday, Murray suddenly withdrew from the tournament at Colonial, his death stunning the world of golf.
It's a really hard day.
Over the years, Murray was open about his battle with alcoholism, anxiety, and depression.
I wanted to give up a lot of times. Give up on myself. Give up on the game of golf.
Wow. Grayson Murray's done it again.
But in January, a comeback, winning the Sony Open, announcing he'd been sober for 8 months and celebrating his engagement. Golf Channel's Rich Lerner has been following Murray's career.
He was so open about his struggles. Why was that important to him?
He wanted to find purpose. He wanted to have a reason to go forward. You look at the highlights from that Sony Open, you see a young athlete in the prime of his career.
A rising star gone too soon. Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News.
Joseph Newgarden won his second consecutive Indy 500, becoming the first driver in 22 years to go back-to-back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It was earlier on in the day of the race. A band of heavy thunderstorms forced a lengthy delay of the race. You may be able to see some of the rain on your screen in just a moment here. But that made the track, and thousands had to evacuate from the stands there. Nevertheless, the win gave the team its 20th win. In some entertainment news now, Grammy winners battle on the Billboard charts, and the Muppets' first movie is returning to theaters. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Baby, I think you were made for me. Somebody write down the recipe.
Billie Eilish has outdone herself. The 9-time Grammy winner's new album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, debuted with 339,000 equivalent albums sold, her best first week ever. It wasn't quite enough to knock Taylor Swift from the top spot on the Billboard 200 album chart. The Tortured Poets department is #1 for the 5th straight week.
Yeah, well, I've got a dream too. But it's about singing and dancing and making people happy.
Kermit the Frog and Friends are back. 1979's The Muppet Movie is returning to theaters for its 45th anniversary, with screenings on Sunday, June 2nd and Monday, June 3rd. Head to fathomevents.com for theater locations, showtimes, and tickets. Humming the Rainbow Connection in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Gotta love the Muppets animal. He's one of my favorites. Kermit the Frog as well. All right, Tunnel and Razor Cam, we're seeing the storms moving away for now, but more storms possible later on. It is a first alert weather day for that storm potential later today. I'll break down the impacts and have the timing coming up next.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
At FH Fur, we know that a dripping faucet isn't just a nuisance. It's your home crying for help. That's why we say no to dispatch fees and goodbye to diagnostic charges. With our Get a Plumber in Your Home for Free promise, we focus on what really matters, solving your plumbing woes. Whether it's a stubborn clog, a running toilet, or a water heater on the fritz, we bring knowledge, experience, and professionalism right to your doorstep, free.
Call Fur. FHFur.com.
Monday, let's take a live look at Rehoboth Beach, see what's going on over there during Memorial Day. Not too bad, Bob. I was actually expecting worse with the thunder we heard in Milton earlier, but looks like we have some clear, not clear skies, but clear from rain for the time being.
Yeah, and you know, even Rehoboth and the boardwalk had some of that rain and storminess now, Paige, but you can see the dark clouds moving to the east. We're getting a break. That is the first round of storms, and make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Important tool to have today because I am expecting severe weather later today. We're at a level 2. It's a slight risk of severe weather, but you see all of Delmarva, including our neck of the woods, is shaded in this yellow color, indicating that threat for severe weather. So there's a low chance of a tornado as we go into this afternoon. Not zero, it's a low chance. Anytime you get severe weather, there is a chance of that. Heavy rain, a moderate threat of seeing heavy rain. Could see ponding on the roads. A lot of folks will be out and about for Memorial Day, and wind damage is a possibility. A lot of people grilling out, kicking back, lawn furniture, umbrellas, all of that have to be brought inside or secured outside later today because we could see wind gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour, and that could do some damage. Trampolines as well. And hail, make sure the car is in the garage. A moderate risk of seeing large hail, maybe damaging hail after about 3 o'clock today. So we saw the first round of storms come through Milton, Georgetown, Lewis, but they're now long gone. We're just looking at, we'll call it mostly cloudy skies, very muggy conditions out there right now. It's this system back to the west across the Ohio Valley with the cold front that will trigger some of that severe weather later today. 60s and 70s out the door, so it's a muggy start today. It's going to be a warm and muggy day, kind of fueling those storms later on. Futurecast 7 a.m. 60s and 70s quickly rising into the 80s. Strong southerly winds, maybe a shower or a stray storm late morning, but for any kind of ceremonies this morning, I think you're in good shape. Even early afternoon, mostly sunny, and this is isn't necessarily good sunshine because we're into the mid to upper 80s. We're percolating the atmosphere, and then we're seeing that strong line of showers and storms moving in around 4:30 through Seaford and Delmar and Ellendale, and these will quickly move on through, so they might be on you really quickly, so be prepared to take shelter from these. And then 6 o'clock, they're starting to move offshore, and then we're starting to dry things out through the overnight hours and a much more refreshing air mass as we go into Tuesday. In the morning, 60s and 70s, and you'll notice a drop in humidity tomorrow. Lots of sunshine as we top out into the low to mid 80s, maybe a stray shower later in the day. About a half inch to about an inch of rain, and maybe more in some places, depending on where those heavier thunderstorms line up later today. And it's the last really humid day because after this front, we start drying things out, especially by the end of the week. It gets comfortable. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Keep an eye to the sky this afternoon for the storms. It's a first alert day, 84. Tuesday, 83. Humidity drops the rest of the week. A few showers Wednesday, 79, and then mid-70s Thursday and Friday. Overnight lows getting nice and cool into the 50s as we go through time, and the weekend looking mild and dry.
Bob, thank you. DenRec is reminding you Delaware has specific rules when it comes to jet skis, so take note. You must be at least 14 to operate one. Teens must take a boat or safety course and show proof of AST. 14 and 15-year-olds require an adult on board, and life jackets are always mandatory. In some traffic news, we have a closure to let you know about. It's hitting Bethany Beach this Memorial Day. DelDOT will be installing a crosswalk along Coastal Highway and Ashwood Street. Prepare for alternate routes as this project is expected to last until the end of July. And heads up, people who drive on at Cape Henlopen State Park, you have one less option this Memorial Day. A reminder, the state park says Navy Crossing will be closed as the beach is just too narrow. You will, however, be able to walk on. Time is now 6:51. It's time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day is ready to celebrate Memorial Day. On your screen right now is Benny, and Benny is dressed and ready for the holiday. We're curious, what is Diesel wearing? Diesel is Benny's brother, who you guys have met before. Benny was submitted to us by Tammy in Seaford. Cool glasses, Benny. We want to keep seeing all your pets on Delmarva, especially the patriotic pups. They're so cool. So take a look at your screen, that QR code right there. Just scan that, and then you can submit pictures of your pets to us, and then watch 5 to 7 each weekday. You'll see all the pets we feature.
Benny looking very patriotic on this Memorial Day. Good job, Benny. We're looking at lots of clouds on our gutter helmet cam. 68 in Ocean View. It's dry now, but we have that threat for severe weather later today. Then a drying and cooling trend the rest of the week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Help the cancer support community of Delaware with the Wings of Hope butterfly release Saturday, June 22nd at the Milton Memorial Park, starting at 9 a.m. Show your support for those who have been touched by cancer. Enjoy this family-friendly and rain or shine event with lots of kids' activities full of inspiration and ends with the release of hundreds of butterflies. Pre-purchase your live butterflies now for release. For more information, visit cancersupportdelaware.org.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Hey, Steve, we've got this trip to give away. It's gotta be Vegas, man.
No. Hawaii, it's on everybody's bucket list. Oh, wait, it's Sarah.
Oh, hey, are you guys talking about the trip? Tinseltown is where it's at. Oh, hey, there's April.
Wait, I'm the voice of reason. We should let the winner pick.
Listen weekdays for your cue to call to qualify for a spot at our Pick Your Trip party at Suicide Bridge in Hurlock, sponsored by Alpha Roofing and Siding. Delmarva residents only, 21 and older.
It's now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. Memorial Day meant to honor those who gave their lives in service of our country. So today, you may be seeing more poppies. That's a flower that's a symbol of remembrance, and it makes up a wall of honor that you see there. That's in D.C. It's designed to remind people of the sacrifice of fallen service members. More than 600,000 poppies will fill one side of a 133-foot-long wall at the base of the Lincoln Memorial. Each flower represents a service member who was killed in the line of duty since World War I. For the first time since the Key Bridge collapse, cruise ships can now go and leave from the Port of Baltimore. According to the port, this Royal Caribbean cruise ship headed to a 5-night voyage to Bermuda. The port proclaimed on social media, quote, "Baltimore is back." This morning, 2 people are recovering after a small plane crash near Salisbury. This happened Sunday afternoon. It sent 2 people to the hospital. According to state troopers, the single-engine plane crashed into a field near Log Cabin Road and West Road. 2 people, 1 man and a woman, were on board the plane when it went down. The man, who was the pilot of the plane, was taken by helicopter to shock trauma in Baltimore. The woman was taken by ambulance to Tidal Health Peninsula Regional in Salisbury for treatment of her injuries. The National Transportation and Safety Board is now leading this investigation. Well, here's a rare chance to own a piece of film history. The suburban Chicago home that was used in the Christmas classic Home Alone is on the market. The asking price is $5.25 million. For that, you'll get more than 9,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. Don't expect to relive, though, your favorite moments from Home Alone. The house was only used for the exteriors. I don't think that's a bad price, actually, for that house. I thought it'd be more. All right, I don't know, 6:57 now. Bob, before we take a quick look at the forecast, what do you think? $5.25 million, too much?
That's a little rich for my blood, I think. That's in the Chicago area, I believe, that house. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in a movie.
Yeah, no, it was. It was. Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool movie.
Not like we're buying it.
No. But shifting gears, Paige, of course, it is a day of remembrance today for Memorial Day. So if you are out and about this morning for any kind of remembrances or ceremonies, I think we're dry through the morning hours. It's going to be mild and muggy, so dress appropriately in the low to mid 70s by noon, 83. Perhaps you're breaking out the grill as well or headed to the pool. It's going to be in the 80s, but keep an eye to the sky and have the CoastTV weather app because I think we are looking at severe storms, a very good chance of those after about 3 o'clock. Maybe some hail, gusty winds. There is a chance of some tornadoes as well. That's why our day is painted in red today. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. It does dry out Tuesday, 83. Showers Wednesday, 79. And then a big dry out and a cool down by the end of the week into the mid 70s, lows in the 50s. And next weekend looking nice, mid to upper 70s and some sunshine.
Looking forward to that, Bob. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today. Today's show is coming up next at 7 a.m. We do not have Coast TV News midday at 11. We'll see you at 5 and 6 this evening. Have a great day and a great Memorial Day, everyone.